Okay, holy crap, that was a hell of a way to finish Invincible. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my spoiler talk and review of the last episode, episode 8 of Invincible. We're also talking the ending, so I'm going to explain that and where season 2 will probably go. So, you've been warned, this is spoilers.
So basically, spoilers.
Here we go!
So if you've been along the ride with me, I've been here for every single episode, explaining, doing reviews, so thank you for joining me for those episodes. But now, we're into that moment for the episode that we totally expected what was going to happen right from the beginning when we started seeing Omni-Man as not the not-so-good guy. And as we've been seeing those episodes unfold, we've been waiting for this moment when Invincible and Omni-Man would eventually have to do the headbutting. And by headbutting, I mean Omni-Man kicking the crap out of his son, Invincible. And boy, did we get that. The sheer carnage of this episode. The first half is basically Omni-Man just kicking the literal shit out of his son. I mean, wow. The the devastation to people around him, with him trying to teach his son that he is not of this earth, and actually he has a Spartan type culture.
This is Sparta!
And so basically it is the survival of the fittest. Those who are strong survive. That is the culture that he grew up in, and so that's why they are the strongest. They have been sent out to conquer planets, and eventually as they went further and further out to space, they had to kind of draw back, and rather than conquer them, send individual infiltration to conquer that one. And so that was his job. We also learned that they live for thousands of years, and Invincible is going to do the same as well. He tries to get across to his son, like, you're better than this. People of Earth are cockroaches, as he even talks about his mother. But eventually, towards the end of the beatdown, we see that Omni-Man actually does care about his son. He actually does love. And there was a fantastic moment, because this is how you should do a bad guy. You give them humanity, or you give them a personality that makes you like them. You don't like what they're doing, but you kind of understand it. So if you came from that culture and that's all you knew, and you've lived for thousands of years or hundreds of years, and this is like what's been drummed into you, this is how you live, and then you got to change your way, and somehow you got to try and fit that into your mind of, you've got a son that you love, but this is not how you should be living. It's a very interesting dynamic. So now he's on Earth. You see him cry in space. He leaves, and we don't know what's going to happen. I'll talk about that in a moment. We also see the Guardians of Earth, not of the galaxy.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Doing their job, just helping people. That's all they're capable of. The Earth Defense Force sends jets against them during the fight. They can't do anything. We see the mother find out everything. So really, this first half is that fight. And then the second half is very interesting, because we start unraveling what the effects of Omni-Man and Invincible fight, the effects of Omni-Man no longer being on Earth. And so I really love the fact that this series does its own thing. It's not afraid to do the unnormal. Normally you'd get a super big fight for the end of the series and leave you in a massive cliffhanger. This one goes, here's the fight, and now we're going to kind of show you what's developing with the character basis. That's not to say there wasn't a cliffhanger, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So Invincible, it takes a couple of weeks to heal. That's fine. I was really hoping that he was going to like power up like he did that one time. I thought maybe he was going to... you see, again, that would be trope. Now, this isn't even my ultimate power. He goes Super Saiyan, or he goes Ultra Instinct. This is more realistic. Literally when he's holding his son's head going through the train, you're like, holy crap, man. That's dark. And this, I'm snort laughing. At the end of the episode, we see a number of flashes as he's sitting on the moon talking to someone that he thought was going to be his father, but it wasn't. He's encountered this being before. And they sit, and he came to warn them, to say that, hey, there's a Viltrumite living on your planet. It's here that we see all the enemies, all the defeated enemies of the past between Invincible and Omni-Man, that they've protected Earth. They give you the idea that this is what Invincible is going to have to be protecting the Earth. They are coming now. So we have the guys in jail. We have one of the twins, which is obviously part of their plan. We have the squids on Mars. A number of others. We see our own military, or Cecil and his robot. Remember how powerful they were? Just 3 actually managed to distract Omni-Man for a little while, so there's a whole army. So I imagine they're going to be gearing up as much as they can. The Guardians are training for real. But in the back of your mind, you're like, you all stand no chance still. There was only one character that we saw flashed that might give us hope. And I'll let you discuss who that is. We only see him for a brief moment. Okay, so where is Omni-Man going? This is season 2 talk, so if you don't want to hear anything about this, click off now. But I'm going to say where he's going to go or what's going to happen. So according to the comics, Omni-Man was so upset about the fact that he loved his son, that he couldn't defeat Earth. But this would be a huge kind of feather against them. There would be consequences with his culture. They would find out. So he'd need to do something else. He's decided to leave Earth and his son, and he has to find another planet to defeat, to conquer. I think it's called Thraxis. There he meets someone, and he has a son. Eventually he will call for Invincible to come and join him. Obviously, Invincible's not going to want to do that. Obviously, the sons eventually will, I think, they will clash. So there'll be like 2 families, 2 warring symmetries. For now, Omni-Man's gone to find another family. Eventually, we will see Omni-Man back. He doesn't want to come back to Earth because of his love for his son. So, where do you think this is going to go? Do you think they're going to keep kind of following the comic? They did do a few of their own things. I would say they did a few of their own things by quickening the timelines of how long things took. But that, for the most part, is still very similar to what's happened in the graphic novel. So let me know in the comments how excited you are for season 2 and 3, because we had an official word yesterday that they renewed it for season 2 and 3. So they've obviously got a lot of faith in the series. People have gravitated towards the series. The fans are liking it. The fans of the graphic novels are loving it. New fans are coming to it. I can't wait for season 2. I hope it doesn't take too long with COVID. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.